What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Bubbles BuzzerBeater, the official BuzzerBeater YouTube channel. I am here with just a quick update video on the Utopia experiment team. It's been 2 weeks since the last check-in we had, so I did just want to overview the training with you guys and show you where the trainees are at, where they've popped, and kind of what I'm expecting for the next few weeks. One thing I did want to touch on before I go in-depth on that, though, is since BuzzerBeater playoffs are coming up very, very soon, something to keep in mind is that, as you can see, the deadline in order for a player to be eligible to play with your team on the playoffs is coming up very soon. And you can see right here, it is before 12/26/2021 at 7 a.m. So my recommendation is to... if you're looking at selling a player for their maximum value, you would want to list them on Wednesday the 22nd so that the people who are interested in looking at him to get him on their roster, when they pick him up, he will be eligible to play for them. If you're listing after 7 a.m. This time on Thursday, then they will not be eligible for the playoffs, so you could lose out on some monetary value there. So definitely look at listing on Wednesday the 22nd if you are looking at selling any players, and then obviously just listing for 3 days, as if you're listing for more days, then it would be past that deadline as well. And then as for picking up players for a playoff push or for a relegation series, 12/26, 7 a.m. That is the date to keep in mind. It'll list it on the transfer list for all the players as well, but it's definitely something to be aware of. Now, looking at the team and kind of where they're at, there's been some good pops in the last few weeks. You can see Ant right here had a little bit of a slower week. Tank, just one pop, but Venom, Slow-Mo, and Big Z all had pretty solid weeks. Last week they had kind of similar situations, so it's been very, very consistent with how they've been popping and what they've been doing. The last update I had was on 12/3, so these are the most recent pops of skills. So you can see it's just been 1v1 forwards, but the guys have all averaged about 4 pops for these 3 weeks, which is pretty standard. And then what I'm expecting is couple more pops next week, and then I think there's 1 more week of training, potentially 2 after that. So the primary goal is going to be to kind of polish off some of these guys, and then I do actually have let's see, yeah, so I do actually have Big Z, who hit 70 total skill points, and I think that is very, very nice. 61's going solid, 60 solid. Tank is looking like the guy who's kind of falling behind, but we'll see how he's progressing these last few weeks. I think he might end up being the odd man out just because he is the one who is training a little bit slower as well. You can see only 3 pops, so if he doesn't have a big week this upcoming week, he is probably going to be at the bottom of the totem pole. But I am progressing slowly but surely with these guys. 1v1 forward is still kind of the plan going forward. At some point, I will look at switching to outside defense, but that requires me to drop down to 3 trainees. So 1v1 forward for a while is still kind of the plan. But yeah, that is what they're looking like right now. I am very, very happy with Big Z getting to 70 total skill points. I know he's a year older, but it's still nice to have a guy with this kind of capabilities, and I think next season he should be in a good spot to help us win some more games. That was the other thing, is we did finally pick up our first win. Played the 8 seed, so we came away with an 8-point win. I was actually really, really trying hard to get this win on the television game at home. You can see, played the tactics perfectly, did everything I could. 2-3 zone against look inside fast guess. You can see crunch time where we look like the only team trying out there. Fortunately, it wasn't enough to overcome that. Fell just short as I was trying to get that win on television to help the merchandise and fan attendance for the home games to close out the season. But I was proud of how our guys played. Looked pretty good. You can see Reebok had 32 points. Ant, kind of a rough showing. He did foul out, which impacted minutes slightly. And then you can see at our weekly minutes, he does only need 45, so he did hit that, which is good. Minutes got messed up a little bit in some of the other games as well, but we should be able to fix that with our last scrimmage this week. So we're still in a good spot, and that's kind of what we have going on. But that's all I wanted to kind of go over, was just that quick update. And then, as always, I will keep you guys posted on what's going on with this Utopia team. Thanks. Bye.